that we are intelligent beings, and based on facts we make decisions in life which can improve our lives, and that basically we have clear choice based on the analysis our brains are making. But in reality, what really makes choices in our lives are our emotions. And the emotional intelligence is all I'm talking about in my videos. I'm Dr. Anatoli Gradinarov, the author of the book A Revolution of the Mind. People, humans, have the ego that we are unlimited, and that is true in that people are able, the only creature that is able of creation, it operates with imagination. However, if we're talking about the capacity of our brains are very limited, just as the brains of every animal. The way our brains operate is limited. The thoughts which the brain produces is limited. The thinking process itself is limited animalistic process. Animals seek for danger. That's how this is part of their perception to survive, in order to survive. The thoughts of people are judgmental thoughts. Right, wrong. Now, there is nothing strange in the fact that we created the computer, a machine that operates with program. Right and wrong. We simply created what we are, something that can improve our capability to collect more data. And while computers are working with programs, we are following our own belief systems, our own limitations, prejudices, limited understandings. Everything this is based on our own lives, the parents we had, the country we are in, the education which we had, the circles in which we've been, circle of friends, religion. Now, we're following our beliefs unconsciously. We have a big the world around us can affect us very much. That's the point of what I'm saying. A neurotic parent, a miserable friend, a co-worker can have a big impact in our life. It can bring us beliefs which can affect our life. A belief can help us and make us unstoppable if we have if the belief is that we have what it takes to overcome obstacles, for example, or to get more, to apply for better paid job. If we don't believe in that, we'll never apply for that job. However, the belief can make us miserable. We're unaware of the nature of this process, and we are not protecting what type of beliefs, what kind of beliefs can enter our minds, what kind of information to enter our minds. Our brains are like a sponge. They absorb everything. So we don't question them. We don't question the fact that this is limited information that comes from particular streams of information around us. But that's how our whole virtual reality is created. The reality, the world in which we believe that we live is created like this. The mental psychological worlds of us, the psychological us is created like this. This is why we end up always in the same painful relationships. This is why we hate the new job in the same way we hate the old one. This is why we feel miserable no matter what, and no matter where we go, and no matter what changes we make. We simply drag with us our beliefs. We're doomed to follow the subconscious program, just as computers. It's simply what we know, and we're unaware of the whole process. That's why we in reality have no choice if without awareness about what is happening within us. One of my favorite spiritual stories is the one about the fly that keeps bumping into the proverbial glass. It keeps bumping and bumping and bumping until eventually dies. Centimeters away, there is an open window from which the fly can escape. But the fly, trapped in its own nature, will continue bumping and bumping and bumping until the end. Now we think we're higher beings, but we're trapped in the very same nature as the fly. And with a lack of self-awareness, there is also no escape into this. If you believe that you live in a hostile world, there is no escape until you change this belief. If you believe that money is hard to get, or the money is evil, things that many people believe, you will not achieve financial stability until you change this belief. If you think that you are unworthy of love, you will subconsciously reject the possibility to allow love to enter your life. If you think that you can buy love, you will also be trapped in that belief. Now, all these beliefs which I mentioned are true. What you believe is the true. But you have the choice to choose the belief that serves you, makes you feel happier, allows you to grow in life. Or you can accept beliefs that make you feel miserable. Remember, you're in control. You're in charge. Now, the way we feel matters. No matter what your parents have told you, that you have in life, you have to do things you don't like. That's normal. To not be afraid from challenges is an unpleasant game. Yes, of course, sometimes you have to face the challenges, but how you feel matter. How you feel matters, and you're in total control of the way you feel. So let's talk a little bit how to raise your vibrations, the way you feel, how you can feel better about yourself, how you can feel binary free from negativity. There are many exercises which you can do. With awakening, that's the period you know that it matters. For example, if you wake up in a good mood, or if you wake up in a bad mood, starting with a cigarette, that totally matters. The way you're going to feel the whole day is going to be changed just because you woke up in a certain, perceiving the world in a certain way. With what I do basically as a routine is with awakening, first thing I do, I take a long shower. That helps me to open to the world. After that, I go and I write down in a gratitude journal. Basically, I start with a list of 4, 5, 6 things which I'm thankful for. Somebody had smiled at me yesterday. I have good job, for example. I have savings. I had a new friendship which made me feel good. I had a lovely day yesterday on my day off. I write everything that I can basically hold to as a positive. Our minds do not operate with the truth. They operate with what we give our attention to. So you can choose to be a miserable person, noticing the bad things in life, or you can train your mind to focus on the good things in your mind. Affirmations. I do affirmations. After that, I repeat some positive affirmations which make difference about the way I pumped up myself with positive lines like I'm happy, or it's a great day, I'm gonna make it, I'm unstoppable. That makes difference. It affects your mind. How we feel, if we hold bad feelings towards somebody that has been bad with us in certain way, we're gonna drag that feeling within us. So with awakening, you can do the following visualization. You can mentally send for like 2 minutes. If you hold something, for example, you can have negative feelings to your boss. It's only nature, it's part of human nature, I think, to be affected somehow by somebody that is in charge, maybe parents or something like this. You can mentally start sending love to that person for 2 minutes. Focus on the feeling of love and imagine how you sending it, how it's coming out from your heart and is affecting that person. That will probably makes no sense in the beginning, but it does. It just affects your mind and the bad feelings you have toward this person with actual feeling of love. It can change the way you feel during the whole day, instead of being depressed and thinking how unfairly the world is treating your boss or your parents. You can just calm down, at least for the day. Forgiveness is important. Sometimes it's hard to forgive. Sometimes the forgiveness is hard because there is a whole trauma behind that. There are many exercises with which you can affect your subconscious. The one thing I love is writing a letter from the person that hurted you, in which the person is apologizing to you, but you're the one writing the letter. Your subconscious mind cannot make the difference, and it affects the subconscious. You will notice fast that at least for the first day, second day, your mind is going to be calm, and you won't be carrying with you that sense of a victim which the trauma creates within yourself.